Good evening. I'd like to call the June 26, 2016 Selectmen's meeting to order. Roll call vote, please.
Cindy King, present.
Gordon Clark, present.
Carolyn Smart is present. Would you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I'd like to announce that the meeting is being taped and video recorded. Is there anybody from the audience that wishes to? I did want to let everybody know that the agenda was revised. We did add agenda item 2.10, and that's to approve a Section 19 disclosure for the police chief. And with that, was there anything anybody else wanted added? Or
Negative, Madam Chairman.
So with that, we'll just go right into meeting business. 2.1, review, discuss, approve ambulance billing rates.
Madam Chair, you should have a copy of the doc.
Whoa.
Hot mic.
Well, that was a new effect.
You should have a copy of a document in your packets from Chief Boynton, dated June 20th, subject adjustment to ambulance billing rates. He's not looking for a vote of the board. He's just looking for you to be aware that these are the billing rates that, as a strong chief, he's looking to put into effect. You'll note that the rates have not changed since February of 2013, and that there was a perception the most you could charge at that time was 80% above Medicare and Medicaid. Current rates, based on that perception, are BLS rate 731, advanced life support rate of 868, advanced life 2 at 1275. In addition to those base rates, there's a charge for additional fees for additional services: cardiac monitor of $330, oxygen 110, airways 267, IV 236, and mileage at $28.45 per loaded mile. Based on those fees, the community has generated $356,641 in fiscal year 2015, falling short of the $414 it had actually cost to provide the ALS service. Effective July 1st, rates will change to a flat fee structure with no additional fees added on. These rates are consistent with other municipal-based services across the state. The fees will be basic life support $12.93, advanced life support $20.99, advanced life support 2 $31.94, and mileage at 34 cents per loaded mile. The revenue projected to earn based on the new rate is $415 to make us a break-even service at no cost to the taxpayers, which was what the intention was. That is offered for your information.
I'd just like to, if I could comment on that. When I first looked at this, I had to take a breath when I saw the difference between the 731 for the BLS and the 1293. But when you do look at the base rate, the additional fees, the cardiac monitor, oxygen, airways, IV, and the mileage has gone up, but which it should anyway. But the things that they have to charge us, have been charging as additional services, most people get anyway. So the actual fee that's going to the patient is really not significantly increased.
Certainly.
Per patient, except for the mileage, which is more reasonable, but whatever your insurance plans would cover, that should fall in the same percentages as would be expected. So it's really not that heart-stopping.
Correct.
To look at the ambulance bill.
Fully loaded rate.
Yeah, it's probably easier for everybody to look at a base rate, and if that's allowed, then it's better for everybody.
So it's for everyone's information. 2.2, review, discuss committee for monument at the former girls' school. I did pull the old posting. The committee was formed and posted, but apparently we haven't received any volunteers.
Correct.
Is this more of just a plea for volunteers?
It is, just to bump it to the top of the list again, another announcement, what the purpose is, and to request people that have an interest to submit an email or drop a letter off to the Select Board office so we can get the committee established. Now that the West Townsend Fire Station project is underway, it's important to make certain we coordinate whatever monument is going to be erected on site to recognize the girls' school consistent with the planning of the station itself. So we want to make certain we get this bumped back up.
Can we repost it? So
Absolutely. Yep.
So that it has current dates, at least even as an addition, so that it doesn't look like it's just something that didn't get removed?
Absolutely.
I've also been out recruiting people, and the Historic Commission is willing to send some folks forward, so hopefully we'll be able to get that filled. So if you know anybody, I know a lot of folks were concerned about that when we tore down the Legion building, so... Okay. You want to read Chief Boynton's memo into the record, just so people are aware? Do you want to do that? About it? Yeah, that won't hurt.
Okay, email from Mark Boynton, Chief of... Mark Boynton, it says Townsend. Okay. Members of the Historic Commission approached me today wanting to know when a committee will be formed to design, raise funds, and erect a monument at the new West Townsend Fire Station site. As you know, we purchased the former American Legion, which was a historic building, and a girls' school many years ago. The Historic Commission gave us approval last year to demo the building, and we verbally agreed to utilize some of the granite foundation stones from the building for a monument. Attached is the memo that we discussed at the Selectmen's meeting last August 2015. To the best of my knowledge, a committee was never formed. I would like to suggest the board revisit the topic and appoint a committee. The granite foundation stones for the monument are on site and waiting for a committee to decide what to do with them. Respectfully, Chief Boynton. Right, Chief.
So submit a volunteer response form if you're able. If my board doesn't mind, I noticed one of our new appointed firefighters is here. Do you want us to see if we can bring Kathy Spofford up to swear you in and appoint you?
Yeah.
Would that work?
That'd be great, thank you.
Jody, would you mind? I wouldn't mind moving you up. It's nice that you're here. I don't know if, I'm sorry, I don't know Christopher Williams. Is he here by any chance? No? Just Sam?
Just saying.
But I'd love to be able to appoint you and have you sworn in here if that would work. Okay, so we can do 2.3, and if Kathy comes up, we'll address that for you. Review, approve road opening permit applications from Unitil for work at 7 Sagittarius Lane.
Make a motion to approve the road opening permit application from Unitil for work on 7 Sagittarius Lane.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Well, maybe we'll address one more then. 2.4, review approve option to extend contract for Static Oil for delivery of number 2 fuel oil, unleaded gasoline, and diesel fuel through June 2019. And this, did we discover who was the lead town on that? Was Pepperell the lead?
Pepperell is the lead, yes.
And we received notification that they voted to extend the said contract for 2 years as well. Did anybody have any questions?
Nope.
Except I do believe that it should be through June of 2018. I know our agenda says 2019. That was just a typo.
Correct.
So make a motion that we extend the contract for Static Oil for delivery of number 2 fuel oil, unleaded gasoline, and diesel fuel through June of 2019.
18.
18.
Second.
Off the agenda. Sorry.
All those in favor?
Aye.
We'll go up, we'll skip 2.5 because we don't have them. We'll need Jody to come back up. But 2.6, review and approve Chapter 90 project request for milling and patching select areas of roads in the amount of $14,500. How do we do that?
Approve Chapter 90 project request for milling and patching select areas of roads for $14,500.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
So my board's permission, I'd like to move down to the agenda to address 3.2, to appoint Sam Galeota and Christopher Williams as on-call firefighters for a one-year term effective June 20, 2016 to June 30, 2017, with a 6-month probationary period contingent upon the passing of a pre-placement exam and background check.
I'll move to appoint Sam Galeota and Christopher Williams as on-call firefighters for a one-year term effective June 28, 2016 to June 30th, 2017, with a 6-month probationary period contingent upon passing of a pre-placement exam and background check.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And Kathy, would you mind swearing Sam in, please?
Can we have Sam come up here so we have him on cameras?
Okay,
That's all right, you, Madam Chairman?
Yes.
Okay.
How about his family, too?
Yeah, you want to take pictures, go ahead.
Come on.
No, come on, it's a day to be proud.
Right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Sam Gallagher,
Do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all the duties incumbent on me
all the duties incumbent upon me
as a member of the Townsend Fire Department,
as a member of the Townsend Fire Department,
according to the best of my abilities and understanding,
according to the best of my abilities and understanding,
agreeably to the rules and regulations
agreeably to the rules and regulations
of the Constitution
of the Constitution
and the laws of this Commonwealth.
and the laws of this Commonwealth.
This I do under the pains and penalties of perjury.
This I do under the things and penalties.
Very good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Sam.
Nice job, parents.
Thank you very much.
And for folks that don't know, this is a second-generation firefighter, right?
That's awesome.
That's nice.
Congratulations.
So we can go back up to 2.5, review approved municipal relief transfers for various departments. Do we have them all? I know. Okay. We do here. I did speak with Terry briefly. She's been working on all of these. She believes that this is it. She said she's been through all the budgets, and it looks like this will be the last round of transfers, which is nice.
Hopefully, but if not, then we still have until the middle of July.
Yes, we do.
To
Yeah.
do those last minute, oops.
She said she went through each one. She thinks everyone's in good shape. Now, I know we've been approving them throughout the month, but hopefully that's the end of it. So.
Is it just the two?
No, this is the whole package.
This is the whole packet.
I didn't think we had them all because she had brought down
Yeah,
a
this
whole...
wasn't,
Those are as of today.
So these are old?
No, those are still.
Those are in place still.
Okay, so I don't have to.
All right, so you want to just go through each one and...
Okay. The first one is from facilities maintenance. It says facilities maintenance coordinator is asking for $2753.20 to be transferred from facilities energy to facilities maintenance coordinator. To pay for updated contract negotiations and wages.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Are those the ones I'm supposed to sign? Okay.
Yes? The second one is for $29,000 to be transferred. This is I call it magic money, coming from multiple accounts to go to one.
I wish it was.
I know, but it's finding money to pay for a number of things. We're moving money from accounts, end-of-year accounts to
These to Jody.
cover different other accounts. But we're putting $29,000 towards town council expenses. We're taking $14,655.51 from highway personnel, $3,864.82 from county retirement, $5,000 from unemployment compensation, and $5,000. We have overage and veterans benefits apparently for $5,479.67.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Has the finance committee done these at all?
Not those, right?
Not yet.
Not those three, so some of them they have and some they haven't. Okay,
Correct.
sorry, interrupt.
Some of them they have. Then we have $7,902.46 is for town administrator salaries and support staff. Town administrator for $6,189 and town administrator support staff of $1,107. No.
You don't have it, I can't help you.
I don't have it either.
No, too many numbers before the decimal point.
Oh, yeah. You need $11,000.
I don't know.
I think it should be 1,713. Is it 1,1?
1,000.
There's an extra one in that. $1,713.46 from treasurer collector wages of $3,371.77 and county retirement of $4,530.69.
Second.
All those in favor?
You need to fix the
Aye.
typo in there. I think that's already,
So you did, it's 1,713.
was that already signed by the clerk?
No, it hasn't gone to them yet.
This one has. We've got a request for $44,311 to go to police department wages of $2,000 and police department overtime of $42,311. It's coming from communication center of $10,000, health insurance $30,281, treasurer collector wages of $3,050, and county retirement of $980.
All those, sorry.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
And the last one is $9,000, which is going to go to replacement equipment within the fire department from on-call EMTs, which is a salary account, I believe. Yeah, basically $9,000.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Yeah, the last two were already voted by FinCom.
Yep.
So I want to thank Terry Walsh for doing that. She's reviewed every budget,
That's good.
and hopefully we won't...
I think last year we went right up to 15th
Yeah,
of July.
yeah. She wanted to have it done hopefully by the end of June, so she can prepare for the closing. So, thank you very much, Terry.
There you go. Can we get copies of those after? Sure.
2.7, discuss establishing a commission on disability for the town of Townsend. We received a notice from the Massachusetts Office on Disability, and I'm not sure if the area communities have one. Do you know by any chance?
I'm not aware of one locally, no.
Yes, they do.
They do.
In fact, we all got a packet back in April.
Yep.
I don't know if you- Yeah.
And that's why
And
I
it's
said we
not-
haven't looked at this yet.
Yeah. Many of the communities, I think it's Pepperell, one of these has a map in it. We did get a map, but some of our local communities do have a commission on disability. I think it's a good idea.
I do too.
It requires a vote on town meeting to accept it before we can do any appointments and things.
Yes. But I wanted to bring it up so we can, we received it back in April and we hadn't discussed it yet, so I had asked for it to be brought forward. So you want to support moving it forward to town meeting to accept?
Yes.
Okay.
All the two chapters, one for appointing, one for authorizing it, and then authorizing the fees, just as the Commission on Disability is recommended.
Do we want to read the letter for the request and what it's about so folks understand? I don't mind. Ask for local adoption of Mass General Law, Chapter 40, Section 8J, and MGL, Chapter 40, Section 22G, establishing a commission on disability for Townsend. Thank you for your service to Townsend and the constituents that you represent are persons with disabilities. Our records indicate Townsend does not have a duly established Commission on Disability, COD, and we are contacting you with hopes of forming one. As you may know, the Massachusetts Office on Disability, MOD, serves as the coordinator for CODs. Municipal CODs are established by vote of the legislative body of each city or town. The mission of a COD is to promote the inclusion and integration of persons with disabilities in the activities, services, and employment opportunities or communities. CODs can also advise and assist municipal officials in ensuring compliance with federal and state disability laws, attain the ability to allocate funds for handicap parking fines for the benefit of persons with disabilities, provide research, information, advocacy, and technical assistance to individuals, businesses, and organizations in disability-related matters, and coordinate the activities of other local groups organized to meet the needs of persons with disabilities. CODs consist of no less than 5 and no more than 9 members. The majority of the appointed members must be persons with disabilities, and one may be a member of the immediate family of a person with a disability. Also, at least one member must be elected or appointed municipal official. Obviously, our office works with CODs from all around the state, and we witness the great value that a well-formed COD can bring to a community. Indeed, establishing a COD in your community can benefit all of our constituents and make Townsend a better place to live, work, and raise a family. Please review the enclosed materials, etc., etc., and they offer their assistance in helping us set it up. So I think we all support moving forward and adopting those laws and forming.
Just looking at this, Pepper, Groton, and Shirley have a commission. And it provides an opportunity for us to provide education and resources for businesses and the government to make sure that we have accessibility and that we're in compliance with the ADA, as well as any fines that are collected, it goes back to that to provide the services. So it's really a good program. There's also a conference in September to help understand that it's free for anyone interested in providing these kind of services. So.
Do they provide support for us to update our ADA transition plan that we have on file with the state? I imagine they could help us work on
yes.
that. I don't know if it's up for revisit, how many years that, I thought it was 10 years once you file it with the state. I can't recall how long ours has been on file.
I believe it was 13 when that issue was brought up last.
Yeah. And we've had a lot of changes in that the Heart-Free Library is no longer an issue. That was one of our problem children because we have a new library, and I think the fire station wasn't brought up. So I think that would be good, and then they can help us make the revisions and amendments to the plan.
At the Massachusetts Office on Disability, their website is a wealth of information. It has all the information that we were provided on how to start a commission. So if anyone has any interest, you can go to that website. And they also have newsletters which has information that is pertinent to some of the things that we are doing in Townsend.
Good.
And we can do it. We can do it at special.
Thank you,
Plan
Paul.
to put it on the special. Special.
We can start a folder, Jody. Okay, 2.8, discuss approve release of Chapter 61A properties on Bailey Road and Clement Road. Hi, Zach, I know you're here for that one. What we had done was forward this off for recommendation to the Town Properties Committee, if you recall. Town Properties Committee is not active, however, it's gone through conservation planning and assessors. And did we receive anything, Jody? I know you said Karen was going to write something up.
I did.
Okay.
A couple of them did, but some of them didn't. They will, if that's...
No, I just want to make sure there was no issues with us releasing our first right of refusal.
All set.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to release them then.
Motion to release the Chapter 61A property on Bailey and Clement Road as
For our first right of refusal. There should be a form that we have to sign. Do we have that? Okay, so could you amend the motion to allow the chair to sign, or to allow the selectmen to sign outside of a meeting, because I believe all three selectmen do have to sign it.
okay. Amended to allow us to sign a document out of session.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
We'll get that typed up for you and signed, and you can have it recorded at the Registry of Deeds. I know that you need to do that to release our first right of refusal, so... we can get it done tomorrow. Okay? Sorry about that, but we'll get it all set for you tomorrow, and you can pick it up and file it with the Registry of Deeds.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Discuss approve waiving permit fee for the Townsend Backyard Theater.
Madam Chair, the Townsend Backyard Theater was, as a side note, was a great success. Not certain who had the ability to attend. There were over 500 people that did attend, so if you were there and I missed you, I apologize. But a really good night. The weather was beautiful. People were really enjoying themselves. All the parties that volunteered their time through the Fire Relief Association, the Shriners were on site. We had folks from the VFW and the Legion. I mean, it was a really, really good night. They don't have the final tally yet on what was raised, but all the proceeds will go to those three organizations, the Shriners, Fire Relief locally, and the Legion and VFW. in the transition towards getting this thing up and operational, they needed to pay a $50 fee to the building department in order to have the inspection done on the tents and the screen. And there wasn't going to be enough time to get it before their event. So staff in the town hall had offered to cover the fee for them with the hope that you would vote to waive the fee, which is within your authority. If not, the fee has been paid anyway, so the nonprofit group did not have to come up with the money. So if it would please the board, a motion to consider approval of waiving the fee for the nonprofit Townsend Backyard Theater permit for $50.
Make a motion to waive the permit fee for the Townsend Backyard Theater. Do they have to do it each time?
They will.
So we'll be waiving.
You can either do it for each of the 3 events, or we can come back with each event, whatever your pleasure.
Makes sense to waive it for all 3. One's in July and one's in August,
Correct.
right? If you don't have a problem with that.
Okay. All 3?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Great. 2.10, review, approve, and sign Mass General Law, Chapter 268A, Section 19, disclosure for the police chief. This was added today. We received it today. He's just looking for... Do you have a copy of it? I need to print one out.
Print mine
This
out.
is the original.
Okay. You want to make a motion based on
Yeah.
that?
I'll make a motion that we approve, sign Mass General Law, Chapter 268, Section 19, disclosure for the police chief.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Is it just you that signs it?
Yeah.
Or do we appoint a lady?
This is just, he's
Do you need the board?
precautious, he's helping with the collective bargaining, it's just
Thank you.
a precaution for him. Here you go, Joey, send that down. Okay, where are we? What do I do with my agenda here?
Christopher Williams.
See here?
Chris Williams here? Okay, so he was appointed along with Sam. but-
Right.
3.1, review, approve FY17 annual appointments or reappointments. I know our list is in draft status. We had some additional appointments to end. So I did speak with Jim briefly, and I think if reviewed by one of the selectmen, and if Cindy, you're available, that would be great for finals before she sends out the letter. But I believe we can approve the draft with amendments or approval by one of us. If you want to try and make a motion for that.
Okay, I'll try. Make a motion to approve the fiscal year 17 annual appointments as in draft form, but to be updated and reviewed by myself and signed.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And just so folks know, it's an annual reappointment of existing personnel and boards, committees, and commissions. 4.1, Town Administrator updates and reports.
Madam Chair, just very briefly, I was going to speak about the Townsend Backyard Theater. We've just covered that. For those that didn't go, I'd encourage you at the next event coming up in July to try to attend. They're going to be showing Grease, and there's going to be a car show at Cherry Hill as well before the theater starts. So the only other thing I wanted to address is the minutes for the negotiation around the contract that we entered into have not yet been completed or finalized. But the data that was relied upon in putting those negotiations together exists as a matter of public record, as a standalone. And I just wanted to inform the board that I have an interest in putting some of that information out publicly. It's basically the memo that I presented to you that has the comparability data between North Central Mass, chief administrative officers, and internal comps. So it's in advance of the minutes going out, but it's a public document, it's publicly available data, and I wanted to give you the heads up that I have an interest in getting that out.
Yeah, I believe there's a public records request anyway, so as soon as we can get that out, that'd be great.
That's it, thank you.
Okay. Board of Selectmen's announcements, updates, and reports. Cindy, do you have? No? Nothing. Good. Oh, yes, you do. you have something. I gave you something.
What? Oh,
I was like, wait a minute, I knew you had one thing.
no, I don't.
The band concert.
Oh, is that supposed to be, oh, I thought you were just giving it to me.
No.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Okay, why don't we go to Gordon, and we'll come back to Cindy.
Find it, I'll read it.
I gotta find it. No, somebody else. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't have anything, but I guess I'll have some while you're looking. Actually, going on what Jim had said here is that a bunch of residents have called me, and it sort of relates to that, but that at the Senior Citizen Cookout, the band concert, and at the, what's the correct term for the drive-in theater? Backyard theater. That how impressed they were that they saw the new police chief, Jim, there, and the fire chief came all the way down from way up in New Hampshire on his vacation to be here. And that's, they put in a ton of hours of this, for them to come and get out there and meet the community and meet the people who are just going out and working every day so they know who's serving them. I thought that deserves a little accolade, so thank you. And am I done killing time?
I got it.
On that point, before you do, the first concert on the Common, my wife and I attended, and I thought it was pretty neat to be there and see something that's been going on. What's it, the third longest military band in the nation? That, you know, it's been, and Ms. Tenney has been doing it since 1969 herself. I mean, it's something that the town should be proud of. As I was sitting with my wife, I watched the chief of police come strolling through like the Pied Piper. He had plastic badges, he had stickers, and the kids were running up to him and, you know, kissing babies and, you know, shaking hands type of stuff. And at about midnight that night, I was on my computer looking for things to purchase that I could try to compete with the guy, and I'm drawing a blank. So I don't know if you have any ideas, but next time we have some sort of event like that, I'm hoping to be able to walk right behind him and give something a little bit better. But you should know that you'll see these stickers at every event you go to. You've got kids running around with these badges on, and it's a really neat thing to see him down on one knee in his uniform talking to the kids. And so if you haven't seen it yet, it's pretty cool.
He gave me a junior badge.
Now I'm on a roll, I just make you think, this is my first Senior Citizen Cookout that I hadn't attended in 28 years, but I got calls from about 10 people who have actually I've known over the years, and they said the chief is as good kisser as Bill May, and he dances as good as David Prophet. So I thought that was pretty good. Right, Cindy's up
Wasn't
again.
kissing babies that day.
Yeah.
Okay, Cindy.
Okay. One thing I wanted to mention that, you know, a few meetings ago, we had talked about the CDBG grant that we were going to share between Shirley and Townsend. We did not get it. It was not approved. So I'm going to be meeting with MRPC between now and our next meeting, and I'll put it on the agenda.
An update.
I'll give the update as to. I'm going to get some feedback as to. They have feedback, and I'm going to present as to what happened with that grant. Just want to let everybody know that.
It's very competitive.
Yeah, a lot of times. If you wanted to see who did get one, it's on the governor's press release site, the mass.gov with the governor, and it does give the cities and towns that did get CDBG grants, so you can see what we competed with, which is pretty tough. Tough crowds. So anyway, this is just an announcement regarding this coming Thursday night's band concert. The Townsend Military Band will play a special pre-Independence Day concert on the Townsend Common on Thursday evening, June 30th, featuring many popular American tunes. The Townsend VFW Post 6538 and its auxiliaries will host a lawn party to be held in conjunction with that June 30th concert. Area residents of all ages are invited to attend the 7:30 to 9:30 concert. Townsend VFW Post members will be selling hot dogs and hamburgers to hungry concertgoers. Fried dough, bottled water, and a variety of cold soda will be offered for sale. Food and beverages will be available from 6:45 until 9:15. A wide selection of homemade cookies, squares, cakes, breads, candies, and pies may be purchased from VFW auxiliary members to eat while one listens to the concert or to enjoy later. There will be numerous activities for children at the lawn party, including the opportunity to play baseball, golf, and beanbag toss games, do sand art, and have their face painted. Townsend bandstand tiles will be available for purchase. Concertgoers of all ages will have an opportunity to win stuffed animals and a patriotic money hat. The Townsend VFW Post and its auxiliaries will have a booth set up on the common that evening where residents may learn how the Townsend VFW Post and its auxiliaries serve veterans in the community and whether or not they might be eligible to join Veterans of Foreign Wars or one of its auxiliaries. The Townsend Military Band, under the direction of conductor Thomas Souza, will open its concert by playing the Star Spangled Banner, followed by Barker's arrangement of Gershwin's Strike Up the Band, Hootenanny by Walters, Sweet Carolyn by Diamond, and New York, New York by Ebb and Candor will be performed. Murtha's arrangement of Glenn Miller in concert, Meacham's American Patrol, and Anderson's arrangement of 76 trombones by Wilson will be included in the first portion of the concert. Following a brief intermission, Bagley's National Emblem March and the 1812 Overture by Tchaikovsky will be played. Our America, arranged by Higgins and Kirkland's Salute to the Armed Forces, will be performed after a second brief intermission. The Townsend Military Band will conclude the special pre-holiday concert by playing Sousa's Stars and Stripes and Dragon's arrangement of Ward's America the Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice job.
Signed, Betty May. Okay, I just have a few small ones. It's been quite a couple of weeks, but I did want to let everybody know that there's a dedication ceremony for the North Middlesex Time Capsule. It's going to be tomorrow, June 29th at 4 p.m., and it's going to be at the school Bartlett Gymnasium. The ceremony to dedicate the North Middlesex Time Capsule, the ceremony will be run by William Hitchens, Troop 10 Townsend, and the high school. So come to the ceremony and be part of Townsend's history. So any folks that are available to go to that. A little bit of good news. I was just told by our town administrator that Townsend competed in the competitive grant awards for the Mass Department of Energy and Resources, and we did receive $202,770, and the fund cost will be for the project management and following energy conservation measures at the Hawthorne Brook Middle School, installation of a new efficient boiler, an upgrade for handling units in the gym, and an exterior LED lighting retrofit at the Spalding School, and an exterior LED lighting for Hawthorne Brook and Spalding School. So that's really good news. That'll help a lot over there. And the only other thing I wanted to wish everybody a nice 4th of July weekend. Stay safe. And that's it. So we can go on to meeting minutes. I don't believe we have any. We don't need to address 4.3. 4.4.
Motion to review and sign payroll. Do we have payroll or just bills payable?
Just bills payable.
Bills payable, warrants, and sign out of session.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And then we'll be entering into executive session, folks. Executive session pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 38, Section 21A2, to discuss strategy or to conduct negotiations with non-union personnel with respect to the police lieutenant. An executive session pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 38, Section 21A1, discussion of employee medical condition. So, would you make a motion?
Are we going to adjourn from executive session?
I don't see any need to come back out.
Okay.
Okay.
Want to make sure?
We'll be all done.
We'll be all done.
Get the motion right. So I make a motion that we enter into executive session pursuant to General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A2, to discuss strategy or to conduct negotiations with non-union personnel with respect to the police lieutenant. And then to enter into executive session pursuant to General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 20A1, to discuss employee medical condition, and then to adjourn from executive session.
Second.
And this will require a roll call vote.
Cindy King? Aye.
I'm going to recuse myself on at least one of these, and probably two of them.
Okay. Well, you can go into executive and then
Okay.
recuse yourself. So.
Thank you very much.
So
Going to-
Debbie?
Yes.
And Carolyn Smart, yes. Good night, folks.